Action.
Oh, hello there. Come on in. Come on into my tent here. This tent hasn't been used in a while, but in fact, our kids say it smells like hot dogs. I will say, if I take it for a second, sometimes it is Eureka of something. But Josh, we wanted to take this unscripted moment to talk to you about a few things. So while our kids are inside, and so once you take this
Hi,
for
Josh.
a second.
This is a very special time for you, and we're disappointed we couldn't be there, but I know that you feel our enthusiasm and our pride in you, and our love all the way from New York. So we're going to take a little tiny trip down memory lane to talk about your journey that has brought you to this monumental moment and accomplishment. So
We gathered a few photos, and I wanted to show you a couple of these. I'm not sure where this one was taken, but there's the two of us hanging out. Looks like you got a nice rugby shirt on, and looks like you're pulling on your chops. You had some beautiful chops, and I don't know if that was at a Dayton party or what.
there's that classic Josh Peter smile,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he's laughing at one of the jokes I told.
And-
You could tell.
proof that the friendship here started long, long ago and has remained strong.
Yep. Sometimes, things got a little messy. Looks like you spilled a little bit there. Got a nice bruise on my forehead, but looks like you were being safe with your scarf and
Taking care of others.
yeah. I think this was actually after
Safety
a Sunday
guidelines.
McGinnis Mass. We went for ice cream or something with a group of people, and something happened there. But maybe you'll remember.
Probably leading people safely across the street there, across Brown Street.
You might have been afraid because you were going to get hit by the Blue Bomber, which your brother helped think of that name. So kudos to him, Drew. Yeah, this was kind of like a great end of memory of the Dayton years. And I think on one of the last days, we did this. Now you're going to see here, you've got UD here. I have 2001. I guess I wasn't quite as hairy then. And I think I don't know, but it was a good day.
That's that spirit though that you have, that everybody admires so much.
Yeah, this was in that area there in front of the not KU but
KU Plaza? No.
the other one. Yeah, the
Humanities Plaza.
Humanities, and you have
Old age.
a lot of
Killing
humanities.
the brain.
I know you weren't part of the pig, Josh, but I think you ate some of it, so you're welcome.
Well, it's an important memory because obviously Connor McIntyre plays an important role in your UD memories and friendship.
Yeah. Speaking of, there's Connor right there with his firstborn.
Eamon, please.
Yeah,
I think.
and you were hanging out there for, I think you were supposed to be there for a couple months, and you were there for much longer. And
7 years.
Connor, I don't know, you were like part of the McIntyre family.
Yep.
Right there.
As you pretty much get adopted into every family.
Yeah.
Because, hey, who wouldn't want a brother like JP?
Speaking of the chops, just want to zoom in right there. Look at those chops. But the other reason I wanted to show this story, I don't know what I think we're putting that guy down. But this shirt, I loved that shirt. It has buttons here and there, and
snaps.
it's like a cowboy shirt.
It has pearly snaps, and I've always loved that shirt too. I actually thought it was Jeff's shirt because as he told me, he always admired that shirt and told you, and so you just so happened to give him the shirt off your back because you're that kind of person.
That shirt's upstairs.
Always generous.
I don't have it on right now, but it's upstairs. So yeah, another great memory. Let's see. How about this one? I'm not sure what year this was. I'm reading it backwards. Looks like 2003.
Yeah.
And quite a zero. The Peters are, they go from zeros to heroes for sure.
Yep.
That was a fun New Year's party.
Celebrating the gift that God gave you of hair.
Shortly thereafter,
I think that one.
yeah, I went to Europe, and the cool thing about that is you gave me a scavenger hunt in Roma, and where I had to find these places in Rome, and I found a couple of the pictures. I don't remember this guy's name, but we hung out for a while. You probably know his name because he was your roommate over there for a while, I think. We hung out. We also hung out with the lady in Cinque Terre, I think. And yeah, that was so much fun. In fact, look at this. You told me to get this delicious orange juice. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Look at this. Delicious orange juice that you told me to get I think in like a plaza in Rome. So that was so much fun. And then,
I think that's really cool too, to point out that not only have you had some amazing adventures, Josh, but you find ways to bring people together, to share your friends with other friends by introducing them to each other and sharing your awesome experiences and the gold mines you find, like that spectacular orange juice.
Yep. It was I was a little lonely at that time, and it made that part of the trip so much fun. So thank you. When we came back, we decided to go up to Buffalo to welcome Charlie back from Alaska, and we made a pit stop in Frewsburg, New York. And the next morning, we did the
Beaver 1, Beaver 2. Let's all do the Beaver 2.
We did the Beaver Chew. Yeah, so that's what that is. We're doing the Beaver Chew with your Pistons jersey on, and now Rebecca is taller than you probably. There we are.
And that's a really good memory for me. My first, very shortly after I came back from Vienna, so I was a little heart torn about leaving, and it was really, really awesome to be welcomed back by some amazing friends, and I knew I was home.
Yeah. And then I think this was before the big day, but you came into town in Louisville and we hung out. And one of the things we did is Unity push-ups. So there we are doing our Unity push-up. You can see the strongest, they put the strongest in the front. There's the two of us, everybody else back there. But what a fun way to bring Unity together. Kind of everyone has to hold their own, and
be supported by others at the same time.
Yeah, and as you know, I was always the last one standing or pushing. So is everything okay? Yeah.
We've got kids looking out the window, but there's no fire, so I think we're okay.
And then this day came, Josh, when it was our wedding day, and you can see there. Look at all these men around, and just nice and formal. Like they're like, oh, isn't this such a nice group of groomsmen? And I said, guys, loosen up a little bit, right? And so we did a group shot there. It's interesting. Like, look at the Peters brothers. They're both up there, kind of just. They're like, you know what? We're getting a little more comfortable here.
I think I remember a weekend before this, too, at the Taddeo house for a summer party, and I think we had a real big heart-to-heart with the Peters brothers. That was really a special memory of mine, too, talking about what we meant to each other and what marriage was going to mean to us. The big sacrament we were about to make, which is apropos since you're about to make a big sacrament yourself.
Yeah. But then getting back to this day, later on that night, you see things are starting. Looks like Josh is getting a little more comfortable here. I think we're singing "Happy Birthday" with somebody there, and then we're like, there's Erin, and she's on the dance floor. Everybody's watching, and is that me? Let's see. Too bad there wasn't another, like the other side of that photo. Oh wait. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, okay. Huh. So it's so weird because, I don't know if you'd put those two together, but
hey,
absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with being friends with the ladies.
You sent this picture to us, right? So, wait a minute. Let me see if there's any other pictures on
Sorry
here
about that.
before we go into something else here. Well, there he is. He's also very musically inclined.
That's
As
another
we heard you
Louisville
speak.
memory.
Yeah, this is you playing the djembe.
Yeah, same
Okay.
night as the Unity push-up, I believe.
And I think you learned about the secular chain that night.
Yep.
You also came down one time you dressed up for Halloween. Gosh, we did some songs together for weddings. We just recently saw the one we did for Garrett's wedding, which we definitely have to get to you.
We had a little bit of
Killed it.
Rock Me
killed it.
Mama at our wedding,
Oh, yeah.
which was my
Very
favorite
special.
personally.
Yeah, with the fiddle.
Yep.
Anyways, though, you might be wondering why we're doing this tribute to you in this tent. And that's because you may have remember we had a party one time.
This is a special tent.
Actually, we didn't have it. The Kissel Farm. It was at the Kissel Farm, and we went out there, and the three of us spent the night in this tent. It's a two-person tent, and
It was cozy.
I think I was between the middle of two people I love very much. I was right here in the middle.
Jeffrey sandwich.
Yeah, it was a Jeff sandwich. And but anyways, the next day we had to get up really early because we had to go to our church, the Epiphany Church, because they were giving we were doing a
Special blessing
a
for
blessing.
engaged couples.
and we were one of those couples, and you came with. And gosh, we raced there. We got there just in time, and right before the processional began, and we snuck in ahead of them and sat down in our seats. And then we turned to look, and we're like,
Wait, where
like,
did Josh go?
where'd Josh go?
Did we lose him? How do we?
How do you lose him in a church? I think he knows his way around a church, right? And then we turned to look, and the procession's coming up, and there's you, Josh, holding the cross,
leading the procession.
leading the procession in this
to
large,
start the celebration.
yeah. And we're like, what the? You know, so you go up there and you come around, you sit down next to us, and we just kind of gave you one of those looks like, what? And I think I just remember you just giving that look, that typical Josh Peters smile back, like, hey, you know, it's me. So then we weren't surprised. But anyways, I wanted to continue that story because after communion, I remember distinctly you came back and we were there and we were praying. And I remember you being, you know, you got a little emotional, and you know, was everything okay? And we didn't kind of talk about it much after for a while. And we had a great rest of the time in Louisville that day and that weekend. But it was that day, later that day, when you shared with us that you had this calling to be a priest, and we were just, you know, a little surprised. Extremely excited, and
A little bit not though, just because you're the kind of person that just was born for this.
right. So yeah, so it was just
It's a big step.
it was a big step.
Exciting.
And so, I mean, gosh, that was 2004, and so that was 14 years ago, and here you are today. Well, whenever you view this, that you've completed that journey and starting the next chapter. And you know, I just got to say that I couldn't be more proud to be a friend of you and be a part of that journey with you in some shape or form. I know that the impact that you've had and will continue to have on people is just amazing. What you're able to share with others in what you're doing, your calling is just really, I'm just so happy for you. We're so happy for you.
Which is,
So,
I have to say, Josh, that even though you have such an innate ability and a natural gift of the qualities that, you know, someone who is a spiritual leader really needs, the really cool thing too is how you are always open and wanting to learn more and give more, and go on a journey. And I think that, you know, your dedication to becoming a priest as a Jesuit priest and all the years you've put in with the travel and the study and things like that, I know you will continue. But that just speaks so highly of your character. And I know you're humble. You probably don't want to hear a bunch of these things, but just in a nutshell, I mean, you're just an amazing person, and we're all so blessed that you were born and that you have decided to become Father Joshua Peters. And we're proud of you, and we love you, and we can't wait to see you and celebrate with you. I hope the only Corona that you ever see is an ice cold one with a lime.
Speaking of that, I just thought of something that when the moment comes when you need to spread that incense, just a thought, you could put some Lysol spray in there and spread that, just to kind of keep people safe, you know.
Brainstorm.
And something else I thought of as well is that when you know, because now we're ordering food out, and now, you know, I think when they bring the food and they ask for a tip, you know, that's your tip, right? And if they want to split it, they can, you know, give 1 to 1 and, you know, the horizontal to the guy that made the pizza. So think about that. But in all seriousness, man, so proud of you. Just thought that this would be a fun, unscripted way of saying congratulations. We really wish we could be there. And hopefully there's going to be a time in the future where we can all get together and celebrate with you and for you. But until that day comes, just know that we have a lot of love, a lot of support, and a lot of peace coming from New York here. All right? Peace, man. Oh, okay, Josh. Sorry, one more thing. We're in this tent, and we're starting to hear
some rustling or
rustling
something.
in the outside, and we're not sure what it is.
I hope there's no wild animals.
What's-
Oh gosh. Oh
What
no.
is back there? Jeez! Look out! Whoa, whoa!
Whoa, whoa.
What is that over there?
Oh wait.
Come around.
That's just our kids, I think.
Let's see. Oh boy, there they are.
You guys say congratulations, Father Josh.
Congratulations.
Say we love you.
We love you.
We can't wait to meet you.
Meet you.
All right.
Peace, brother.
Peace. Love you, man. Take care.